Good afternoon, students. This is teacher Khaleil from Al-Bashair Typical Academy. Today our lesson is from our student book for 8th grade. Please open your student box, page number 57 and write the date and the day. Today is Sunday, 29 of March. First question, language development. It's revision. As we used to know, it is revision, مراجعة. It's revision for grammar and vocabulary. مراجعة المعاني والقواعد. Okay. 1. Exercise number 1. Complete the passage with have to, don't have to, can or can't. We have to use have to or don't have to or can or can't. Rules. Rules aren't only for games. You have to. 1. Have to. Follow rules to drive to. First of all, you have to have a driving license. Driving license رخصة القيادة. Driving license رخصة القيادة. In some countries, you must also take a test on highway. Also, you will have a driving license. You have to have a test on highway على الشارع السريع الأوتوستراد we call it. Okay, highway code. Once you get your license, you have to make sure you drive safely. For example, you don't have to stop at an amber light, but you can't go through a red light. If you see a green light, you can drive through. But be careful, there might still be people crossing the road. You can't go over the speed limit, and you have to wear your seatbelt حزام الأمان at all times. So the answers, الإجابات have to, don't have to, can't, can, can't. Now exercise number 2. Exercise number 2. Look at the photographs of these sports. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 sports. Handball, table tennis, football, and basketball. Okay? Again, handball, table tennis, football, and basketball. What are the rules? Work in pairs. Now, you have to write one rule of each game. I want only one rule. بدي قاعدة واحدة لكل game. Each game, one rule. So it's your homework. What's your homework? Exercise number 2, page number 57. Writing rules. بدي rule about handball, rule about table tennis, and rule about football, and also one rule about what? About basketball. You have to follow the rules using them. A. We have 2 examples. A. In volleyball, you have to hit the ball over a high net using your hand. This is volleyball. You have to hit the ball over a high net using your hands. B. In table tennis, this is table tennis. The ball has to bounce يتوازن on your side of the table before you hit it. Now, I want another rule for handball and another rule for table tennis. One rule, so I need 4 sentences from you. بدي 4 جمل منكم. كل جملة فيها rule about each sports. Now, open page number 58. Also write the date and the day. Today is Sunday, 29 of March. Okay, now we will read first. Read Alia's report and complete the table. Number of hours watching TV, sports, hobbies. Okay, it's a text, a report. We will see about what. All students in our group are 13 years old. There are 6 people in our group. We don't spend much time watching television. We all watch about an hour of television a day. So we all watch about 7 hours of television a week. We all play sports, lots of sports. We play tennis, basketball, volleyball, and table tennis. Some of us enter competitions, مسابقات. Okay? We all like sports very much. We also have lots of hobbies. عندنا هوايات كتير. We collect stamps, طوابع, coins, pages, and we all do lots of activities for charity. بيعملوا أعمال خيرية. One of us has a penny friend صديق في المراسلة from England. We like reading, playing computer games, singing and playing musical instruments. Musical instruments آلات موسيقية. Instruments آلات. Now from the text we have to find the answers from the table. Okay, now 1. Number of hours watching TV. How many hours? We have a sentence. We all watch TV about 7 hours. So 7 hours, the answer. 2. Sports. There are a lot of sports. Mention table tennis, basketball, volleyball, and tennis also. Hobbies. What are their hobbies? Singing, reading, playing computer games, and playing musical instruments. I write 3 answers. أنا كتبت 3 إجابات but you have to write the rest. أنت اكتب لي كمان 2 of each from sports and hobbies. Okay. Now puzzle. The puzzle. These are the answers. Now read the meaning and find the answer, and also it's your homework according to reading the glossary from our activity book. Okay, now open your activity box, page number 43. Page number 43. Write the date and the day. Today is Sunday, 29 of March. Okay. First section, punctuation marks, علامات ترقيم, commas, positive, apostrophes, فاصلة الاختصار, full stop, نقطة, capital letters on the text. Now we will read this text, then we will answer the punctuation marks, علامات الترقيم الموجودة فيها. So first of all we have to read it. Sports news. It's a text from a newspaper. Now open your activity box, page number 43, and write the date and the day. Today is Sunday, 29 of March. This exercise is about writing capital letter, punctuation marks, commas, فاصلة, apostrophes, فاصلة الاختصار, full stop, نقطة. Now we will read the text and find where we have to put or use capital letters, full stops, and commas. Okay, in it's the beginning of the word in. 2011, comma. The Jordanian national football team, المنتخب الوطني الأردني, because its name, so we put capital letter of each word. Reached the quarterfinals of the Asian Cup. Asian آسيوي, Cup كأس, capital. Before that competition, Jordan, there's full stop, so before B, capital, full stop. Before that competition, Jordan, J, capital, reached the quarterfinals only once, and full stop. Jordan, J, capital, was in group B, because it's a symbol, رمز, we call it B, capital. Japan, J, capital. Saudi Arabia, capital. نعدد ونحط كوما. Japan, Saudi Arabia, and Syria. Before and, قبل and ما بنحط كوما. And Syria, S, capital. They beat Saudi Arabia. S, capital. A, capital. And Syria, S, capital. But not, but not Japan. J, capital. Although they were winning against it until the last minute and full stop. Now, the last paragraph. One of Jordan's best player, one, O, capital. Jordan's, J, capital. We have apostrophe, فاصلة اختصار. لاعبين مميزين. Jordan's best players was عامر شفيع. A, عامر الS capital. عامر شفيع. The goalkeeper. After the goalkeeper, comma. عامر شفيع, because its name, اسم, capital. عامر شفيع, S capital, is also called the whale. The, because it's his name, or كنية هنا تعتبر nickname. The whale, W, capital. European, after whale, full stop. European, E. European teams wanted him after the competition because of his skills. After skills, full stop. Now exercise number 2. Exercise number 2, reading and spelling. It is a spelling exercise. Ancient Egyptian practiced many of today's sports. O-R-T-S, sports. We can see old monuments that show they did swimming, fishing, athletics. Right, like this. Athletics. Many other kinds of games. Drawings. The pyramids tell us that drawings of the pyramids tell us that the ancient Egyptians, المصريين القدماء, invented many of the present rules for games. Things like choosing a referee, making players of the same team wear the same clothes, and giving winners' medals started in ancient Egypt. Now open. These are the answers. Sports, athletics, referee, rules, players, medals. Now open your activity box. Linking words, أدوات الربط. Linking words, أدوات الربط. Write the date and the day. Okay? Write the date and the day. Be careful and think about this exercise. Okay? Linking words, revision. Complete this paragraph using the words in the box. Finally, أخيرا. Then, ثم. However, من ناحية أخرى. At the beginning, في البداية. And also أيضا. A short history of football. In ancient times, people played games with the same basic rules as modern football. In China, in the 5th century BC, players had to kick a leather ball through a hole in a piece of cloth. However, there were no teams. Then we came to a game that the Romans played on a rectangular grass surface with a ball. Football was also played in Britain. In the 9th century, at the beginning, there was no limit on the number of players, and also there were no rules. By the end of the 14th century, football was part of everyday life in England. Finally, on October 26, 1863, all the clubs in England met and founded a football association. اتحاد. Exercise number 4, writing sentences. Write a short paragraph about football. I don't want it, okay? Now let's go to what have I learned and write the date and the day. Read the text, then complete the correct form of have to, don't have to, can and can't. You can't always win when you play sports. Even if you're a great player, sometimes you have to lose. However, losing doesn't have to be the end of the world. If you learn how to be a good sport, you can stop yourself from getting too upset. There are a few things you can do to learn how to be a better sport. Be polite to everyone, not just to the people on your team. Don't argue. تجادل أو تناقش. With decisions, قرارات. Referees are there for a reason. You can't make up excuses or blame others if you lose. C. You only have to follow a few simple rules to learn how to be a good sport. Exercise 2 هي forming sentences. Make sentence. ترتيب جمل. A football team has to have 11 players. A football team has to have 11 players. A goalkeeper can touch the ball with their hands. A goalkeeper can touch the ball with their hands. Players can't kick the ball in basketball. Players can't kick the ball in basketball. Runners don't have to run a full course, a full course if they feel tired. Runners don't have to run a full course if they feel tired. An umpire has to decide if a player wins a point. An umpire has to decide if a player wins a point. In football, now exercise number 3. 1. In football, you can hit the ball with your head. You can't use your mobile phone on a plane. في الطائرة. 3. You can't use physical violence in sport. اللي هو العنف الجسدي، الضرب. 4. Football players of the same team have to wear the same kit. لازم يكون لباسهم نفس اللون. In beach volleyball you don't have to wear shoes. مش لازم تلبس حذاء، لازم تلعب without a shoes. These are the answers and I send a photos of them. Please write them on your activity box and send me the answers at the end of the day as we used to. Thanks for listening.